All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope your week's coming into a good close or whatever. We are 19 days away from the end of the year. I just realized I started during the ad, not when the ad finished. Ugh. Well, all right. I guess we'll do this whole spiel again in a minute because I jumped the gun. Anyways, in secret ad time, how's everyone doing? Keyboard tray feels messed up. A little behind the scenes. Yep. So we're just here waiting for this ad to finish. Because I misinterpreted what was going on. It happens. No one's on YouTube, but YouTube does not have this problem. Or at least not that I can see anyways. Like you might get ads, pre-rolls, but I don't know that they're there. This is scheduled ad on Twitch. We're waiting for 18 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now the ad's actually over. So, all right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday, or I hope your week's off to, or coming into a good close, whatever. We are 19 days, count them, 19 days away from December 31st. So sorry to break that news to anybody that wasn't ready to hear it, but yeah. If for those of you that don't know, December 31st is the date that we are trying to release Pidgin 3.0 Experimental 1, not 3.0.0. The actual version is going to be 2.90.0. Yeah. So we got a few more things we need to finish. On Monday, we worked on serializing the conversation manager, and we ran into problems with contacts, or with conversation members. So we, after a bit of discussion, excuse me, we decided we are not going to use G settings for it. Good or bad, whatever. What we are going to do is we are going to use SQLite for it, which is going to make things a bit more complicated, but will actually do what we need it to do. So, you know, there's that. So we are on that branch for the serialization. All right. We got all this stuff, except now we're going to turn it into a SQLite table. Yay! So we have some precedents for some of this, not a ton, but some. Where did we put that? Should be here. That's under resources. That's okay. Yep. So we have the SQLite history adapter. So we're gonna make a conversation manager folder right here. New folder, conversation manager. And then we're gonna do the same thing, right? So we have a helper that will go and run database migrations according to this. It's pretty simple, but it works. It's effective. So yeah. All right. So we need to do this. Right, and we need to create conversation manager 01.schema. I don't remember how we start. Okay, that's all we did. Cool. All right, so we need create table conversations and create table conversation members. We'll get to all this in a second. This is just to get it started, right? 01 schema.sql. Okay, let's make sure this builds and we get everything in here. Oh, yep, come on. All right, so it's G resource list libpurple / libpurple. That's so, yeah, cool. So there's conversation manager, then we can extract it. And we'll see that the little bit that we just did is going to be right in there. Except I messed that up. Oh, that's not what we want either. G resource. Extract. Live purple. And purple 3 dot so. Right, so there's the stuff we put. It's now embedded into the executable. Great, that's exactly what we need. Alright, it's been a while since I built a table. So, okay, yep. Boop, bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah. So, this is going to look a lot like the G schema, but not quite the same. Right, so, I'm going to go here, actually. Let's do this. I'm going to put this here. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Kaufman, G schema. There we go. Alright, so we've got a count ID. I always forget. Is it type first? Or close this. Okay, yep. Count ID is text, not null. Yay. I have to remember how to do composite keys here too. That's okay. I'm just gonna take a Googleicious search to do it. Alright, count ID. Let's do this. SQLite data types. I don't think SQLite actually has data types. Everything is just kind of like fake, but like there is. Can I say like int1? Or is there a bool? Does not have separate Boolean source class. Said Boolean values are stored as integer 0, 1. Recognizes true and false, but those keywords are really just alternate spellings for the integer literals 1 and 0 respectively. Okay. So I think I can do age restricted integer 1. Can't you set a default in here? Oh, it's been so long. Create table SQLite. I just need the grammar, man. Okay, so default. Alright, age restricted, alias, text. I don't have to set default because it's null. Created on. There's something about timestamps in SQLite or SQLite like timestamps. But we can just do it as a string as 8601. But I thought there was like a date function. Go back to data types. SQLite does not have storage class. Capable of storing. Okay, as text. Okay, so just text. 8601. Okay, that's fine. Right on text. Yep. Creator ID. Text. Yeah, not all networks have a creator for chats. Description. Text. Drafting. Integer 1 default 0 error. Oh, error's gonna get shitty. We'll come back to error in a minute. Because error has 3 types to it. We can store all of them separately, but would it make sense to do it as a variant? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Integer 1, 0, federated. ID. not null. The ID and the account ID make up the primary key. Which we'll get to in a minute. I think name's going away. Because I ran across some other code where we were getting close to deleting it, and I think we're almost there. Needs essential integer 1. I'm not sure we need this yet either, but we'll see. Type integer title topic author ID, sure, text. How's it going, Fallen? Welcome. How you doing? Let's do that before I forgot. Topic updated, text, that's a date time. Oh, somehow I read that as the type. Tags. We need to figure out exactly how we're going to do tags in here. We could use another table. Maybe we should use a many-to-many table. I'm just not sure how we want to do that yet. User nickname. Okay. SQLite, composite, key. I think you just put key on the line, actually. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Primary key, column 1, column 2. Account ID, and then ID. Okay. Okay. That takes care of that part. For the most part. We have to get tags yet, but that's okay. Alright, conversation members have an account ID. Text. Not null. They have a contact ID, which is text and not null. And then conf member dot c is probably the easiest way to do this. So oh, I'm in the wrong thing. I was in members, not member. I was like, there should be a lot more properties. What's going on here? So badges are going to be by ID. Again, that should probably be a many-to-many table. Oh, this is going to be account ID, conversation ID, contact ID. Okay. We're probably, part of this is probably wrong. We're gonna have to muck with this a bit, but it's okay. Tags, we want to put in another table. Type and say we don't give a crap about right now, but we need a nickname. Do we do this 2 or 1? We do this 1. Nickname, text. Name for display is dynamically figured out. That's fine. But we need tags and badges. All right. Yeah, we definitely need to serialize the tags. That's annoying, but it's okay. Yeah. Create table tags. Is this? Um, 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 uh. I'm being dumb. And I can't think. Alright, let's start here. Yeah, so we want to start with this. We'll come back to tags in a second, but badges. So we need to start a badge, and then we need to connect it to a conversation, or to a conversation member, rather. Do we really want to? No, all the badges and everything should exist. So we should really just need the string list. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm being stupid. So this should be. We're gonna have two different ones, right? We're gonna have one for conversation tags and one for conversation member. So conversation tags has a account ID text not null. That's conversation ID text not null with a primary key of account ID, comma conversation ID. Yep. Okay. Oh, hi, mister. You know the rules. You gotta give me a smoocher to get some treats. Come on, smoocher time. Come on. Nope. Come on. You gotta give the smoochers. If you want some treats, you gotta give me a smoocher. No smoocher. No treats. Nope. Alright. How's it going, Barely Usable? Welcome, welcome. How are you? So yeah, the account ID, conversation ID, and then the tag. Text. Not null. Boom. That should do it. You can wait there all you want. You gotta give me a smoocher. Doesn't get the goop. You guys can't see him, can you? He's very sneaky. He wants treats. But the problem is, I have been giving him too many treats. Come here. Hi. If you want treats. Nope, I still didn't get it. Okay, no treats. He's been eating way too many treats. So, alright, so this should be... Oh, we still need... So that's conversation tags. Then we need create table conversation member tags, which then has an account ID text not null, conversation ID text not null, but also contact ID text not null, tag text not null. Yep, that's a whole lot of not nulls. Primary key account ID contact ID conversation. I think technically I want to do this way. If Flimbort was here, he would verify. Okay, yep. And then we need create table conversation member badges. Account ID text not null. Contact ID text. It's null. Conversation ID text. Null. Badge ID text. Not null. Primary key. Account ID. Conversation ID. Contact ID. This is wrong. There, close enough. Want some treats now? All you gotta do is give me a kissy. How's it going, Roman Empire? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Alright, so I think this is all the Smeagol quill we need. I think it's, oh, we have to figure out errors. Still just file cramming? Nice. Yep. Cram everything in the final. Finally cram it all. I guess we'll just do air domain. This is dumb, but it's fine. Text. Error code. Integer. Error. Message. Text. Okay. Big table gonna be big. Yeah. Alright. I don't remember how any of the SQL stuff that we wrote worked so far, but that's okay. So we're not, it might be worthwhile at some point to put all this stuff into one big database, but it's mostly fine, right? You'll notice this is only stuff that can happen with conversations. We have contact IDs and nothing more, right? SQLite doesn't really care to have foreign key validated or anything. So whatever, we don't really give a shit either. So we're kind of like skirting around that right now. There is some magic with SQLite where you can mount another SQLite database inside of another database, and then you can query against them. So like if somebody really wanted to use our databases for querying and stuff, they could do that, right? But in the meantime, this helps us avoid nonsense of like passing a database handle around everything. Only the thing that's working with the database for its particular thing, for its particular tables, will be able to access that database, right? So the other part of this is the contact manager. The contact manager will have a separate database, right? It's going to be a similar setup where it's going to have contact tags and blah, 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 and all that stuff, right? But this is fine, right? Because this is just for serialization and deserialization. This isn't for like querying and whatever. This is, we're going to keep this thing up to date, and we're going to write it out when we need to, right? So there's not much to it, but that should do it. So let's do this again. Yeah, we're trying to get this in so at least this part is solved before EXP1. And then we don't want to break people after that if we can help it. But, you know. Yeah. So, okay, cool. So there's all our SQL Fun database stuff, blah, blah, blah. I wish there was a tool to make this a little bit easier, but that's fine. But so we're going to do test this. We're just going to say SQLite3 foo.db. I don't have it installed. What? SQLite 3. Is it? It's just SQLite. Yeah. Like I have the library and everything. I know I do, but all right. So we got our foo.db. We're gonna grab this and we're gonna plop it in. All right, cool. So our schema loaded just fine. Yay! There's no errors or anything in it. Just making sure we don't have typos, right? Okay, now we gotta look at how we did all the rest of this junkety junk. So the SQLite history adapter is what has all of this already. So we need to include purple SQLite 3 because we already started a helper for this. Conf manager. Oh. Yep. Alright, so set file name is where this is going to get a little different. I don't know why this is doing tab size 2. That's fine. Tab size 4. Boop. See, oh, yeah, we should grab this too. Oh, we can get rid of this because we're not doing G settings no more. So then we need a SQL. SQLite 3, right? Start DB. Alright, so when we set the file name, we need to be a little bit smarter about this, but oh no, this is fine. Manager DB equals oh right, it's like SQLite 3 open. Yeah, you pass it in that way. Alright, well, we're gonna assume this works, and if it doesn't, then we're just gonna have a bad time. Well, I suppose we can spit an error out, but we don't have a way to, like, make this die yet. Which, we should... Oh, this is in the set file name. Alright, well. If not purple stir empty, manager file name, sure. Then RC equals 0. RC equals SQLite 3 open. Manager file name, comma, ampersand, manager DB. Right? Yep. Otherwise, RC equals SQLite 3 open. Memory manager DB. Okay. If RC is not equal to SQLite, okay, I think it is. Yep. G warning. Failed to create database with file name on disk. I can get the error out of this, right? Nope, we didn't get the error out of that. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave it this way for now. Alright, so now we have database. Woo! But what we need to do after this is we need to run... Yep, run migrations. But what does this do? Oh, we did it that way. Okay. That's fine. I thought we had a helper for this, but I guess this is okay. We just give it the list of the migrations with the path, and then it goes. That's fine. I feel like we should just have a separate run database thing. But whatever. Static void. What do we put this? We have the history adapter and then an error. Alright, well, we should probably have an error in here at some point, but it's okay. Conversation manager, run migrations. Copy this directly because it's going to be mostly the same. Conversation manager. G error star error equals null. This is supposed to return true or false. Booming, yes. If not ret, or if error is not equal to null, G warning, fail to run migrations. Yeah, that's not ideal, but that's okay for now. It'll work. Already had our first ad break? Jesus. Ads come quick, don't they? You know what? Let's go back to the way this was. Let's get rid of this. If not, run migrations. No. Manager, error, G warning, fail to run migrations. Okay. Is that Ash Mooney? Yeah, we'll see. It's not a lot. It's not nothing, but it's not a lot. Yeah, a billion syntax errors, that's fine. Adapter DB. Oh, it doesn't say adapter, yeah. That's for copy pasta. Manager. Incompatible pointer type. No. Oh, right, yep. That's now incompatible. Let's just do that, yep. Yep, backend's gone. 428. How do we close this thing? Oh, okay. That's fine. So I'm not sure the exact way we want to do this, but we'll see, right? Well, maybe that's the way to go. So in Pidgin 2 and earlier, whenever like something changes on the buddy list or something, what we do is to avoid hitting the disk a million times for every little change, is we basically set a timer that says, hey, go sync at this point, or go sync in a second, right? And then anything that happens until that sync happens, we don't try to rewrite it, right? So that way, like, you know, if somebody's online, offline, 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 online, offline, and we say wait 3 seconds, we only do it once every 3 seconds, right? Which helps battery and a whole bunch of other stuff. Disk usage, like imagine if you're on an SD card, we're just right, because somebody's spamming the hell out of you. Now, we're probably going to do something similar here, but we'll see when we get there exactly. All right, so this is where this is going to get fun, but it's okay. So this goes away. Yeah, so Yeah, I think we just want to upsert everything, right? If we do this on a delay and then do upserts, we should be fine. Those of you that don't know, Schism Ye, hopefully this was a long time ago. We're working on Pidgin Instant Messenger. We are currently working towards the first experimental release of our next major version. And right now we are trying to serialize all of the conversations that the program knows about so that when you rerun the program, it'll remember all of them and bring them back. So this does all that. This we don't care about at all. Oh, we already have the notify signal. Even better. Okay. What we want to do is we are going to say purple conversation manager save. Sure. We'll say save conversation. Because save could be save everything. Okay. We shouldn't need this anywhere else. We're going to put this here. Purple conversation manager. Okay. G return if fail is manager. G return if fail is conversation. Conversation. Alright, so now we have to build the whole damn query. I think we did upserts in here? No, because we were only dealing with new messages. Where the shit did we do this? So there's no upsert command, or maybe they did add an upsert command now. Okay, so what you do is you do your normal insert, but then you add an on conflict where blah blah blah. You then go over to here to say do update set column blah 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 blah. Right, so insert into phone book, name, phone number, valid date, values Alice, blah blah blah. On conflict name, do update set phone number equals excluded dot phone number. Wait, where's the excluded part come from? The upsert above inserts a new vocabulary word, jovial, if that word is not already in the dictionary. Or if it's already in the dictionary, it increments the counter. The count plus one expression could be written as vocabulary.count. The second example, the expression in the do update clause, the form excluded phone number. The excluded prefix causes the phone number to refer to the value for phone number that would have been inserted had there been no conflict. Hence, the effect of the upsert is to insert a phone number of Alice. If not, okay, that's kind of what we want. Sure. And we've been calling it Universal Chat Client for a long time, man. Where you been? But how's it going, Swills? Welcome. Those who don't know Swills, you should go give him a follow. He works on primarily now or he's another streamer here on Twitch who works primarily on a Beehive, which is the BSD hypervisor. I'm forgetting the word. Orchestrator. Let's go with that. Called Serena. Swills. Also, I got a notification that you added me as a favorite collaborator or something. How did you do that? I didn't see anywhere to do that. And when I clicked the link in my notifications in Twitch, it 404'd. So, are you in some super secret double secret probation period something? Alright, so if we use this excluded syntax, this should actually make things easier, but we'll see. But so we're going to have a big nasty query for this, which is going to suck, but it's alright. Alright, so we're going to say const car star query equals insert into let's start with the conversation and then we'll do the other stuff, but we're going to split this into separate pieces. This is just going to be a function that calls all the other ones. Or, yeah.
An anonymous user gifted tier 1 to insert joke here.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to say, oh, this should be up here. Counts car star query equals insert into conversation. Count ID, comma. You know what? Let's start with tags. Just to get this working, let's start with tags. All right, let's name this conversation properties. That's better than conversation. And then we're going to add tags. The collaboration thing on the dashboard. Oh? So I don't have a calibration collaboration panel or anything here. Unless you mean it's on like the left or something. Community, content, monetization. That's what it was. I just thought it was like favorite streamers or whatever because it was under my favorite setting. It's under guest star. So here. Just give me this. So this is what I see while I'm streaming. Yeah, no worries. I'm just curious where it was. So I've customized this a bit, as you can tell. New items, creator, updates, notifications, whispers. Stream manager, stream together. Stream manager. I don't have the stream together tab. I don't remember how to edit this thing at all. That's not giving me a new panel. Where's the thing that gives me a new panel? Hold on, how do I get out of this now? There. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So, copy that. Oh, manage favorites. There we go. Cool. But is this different than... Like, because there used to be... I might get in danger zone here. There used to be a thing for, like, who you recommend, right? Or we'll use Swills, for example, because I think he has it up. I don't think it shows when I'm streaming. Right? So to be like, while they're out, check out, or so-and-so recommends these streamers. Or, okay, I guess not. Swills doesn't recommend anyone. No. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, whatever. Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought it was too. And it seems like they should have used that, but apparently they didn't. So, I don't know. But yeah, cool. Thank you everybody for helping me find that while I'm being super duper blind. It is greatly appreciated to help with my blindness. Purple count, star count equals null. Counts car star, purple, or counts ID equals null. Count equals purple, count, or purple conversation, get account. Account ID, purple count, get ID. Oh, fuck. We should really do this tags thing ahead of time, but it's alright. Alright. Then we... Yeah, each one of these has to be a separate query. Oh, that's a bummer. That's alright. Can you reuse... You can reuse a prepared query, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get to that in a sec. Alright, so... Colin's car star query equals... insert into conversation... Conversation tags. Account ID, conversation ID tag. Account ID, conversation ID, comma, tag. Yep. Values. Well, I've always known prepared queries to be to automatically do your escaping for you, but yes, reusability does make sense for them too. All right, I'm not too worried about formatting here, but yeah. So this is question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Right, and then on conflict, on dasher, on something. Oh, we could probably do this too. On conflict. Did we mess up the thing? I think we did. All of these are that. And this should be in here too. Give the server from having to parse. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Nickname is not part of this. Yep, contact ID, conversation ID. Yep, okay. Yeah, I think that's the right order for that. Remember the pair segment is linked to the DB connection on which... Yeah, it's fine. We're just going to be... I'm not going to use it forever, but yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, Keylogic. Okay. On conflict. How do you do on conflict with a composite key? SQLite, composite key conflict. Shown above with great tip for insert answer. The on-conflict clause applies to unique, not null check and primary key constraints. The on-conflict algorithm does not apply to foreign key constraints. There are 5 conflict resolution: rollback, abort, fail, ignore, replace, the default conflict is abort, which means blah blah blah. Yeah, how the fuck does this get parsed? it's just composite key. Thanks. SQLite, upsert, composite key. This is... Yep, great, thanks. Does everybody know how this works? Like... SQLite 3 conflict reference. The conflict keyword, they're just saying it takes a single parameter, but I have a composite key, right? I don't have a single primary key, I have a composite key. So I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to give it as a parameter. This is not the right page. Right, so the conflict clause here, this is the... Or no. This thing's all messed up. This is not where... Right, so on conflict... Laying conflict? Conflict cause. It's a non-standard extension, specific SQLite that can appear in many other SQL statements. It is given its own section in its document because it's not part of standard SQL and therefore might not be familiar. And conflict clause described here has been part of SQL, blah, blah, blah. This is part of upsert, which is an extension to insert. Do not confuse the separated, blah, blah. But upsert just uses this directly. Yes. Right, so this is supposed to work. You're just on conflict. The problem is, index, okay, index column, comma. So is it any column? Right, because their examples are just very trivial, but it looks like, right, it's just conflict on column word, column name, column name. All right, I think it's just comma, whatever. We'll play around, we'll see. On conflict, account ID, conversation ID, comma tag. What was the next part of this? Do update. Yep. Update. Then it's just column or set. So the only thing that's doable here is we should be able to set the tag. That's important. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, I think we got that now. But we have to say set tag value equals excluded dot tag value. All right, and I think that's it. Okay. The crappy part about this is, yeah, I've done that in the past. Look at the Postgres docs. The crappier part here is I need to know which tags to delete. We from the database specifically. Although I suppose this would get gross, but no, I'm like, we could just wipe all of them for the specific one and then delete them, and so if we started a transaction and we delete all of the tags for the conversation and then write just the existing ones and then commit the transaction, we should be okay. Secretly, that wasn't a post-production dev. He was a massive fan of them. Yeah. I know they're very close and they have lots of things that are not necessarily compatible, but extremely similar. Also, I just saw, I forget what it's called, but guess what? Somebody rewrote SQLite and Rust because apparently battle-tested C code wasn't safe enough for them. So, yep. Alright. So that looks alright from there. Yeah, of course they did. Exactly. How do we do all the transaction shit before? I know we did it. Oh, I think whoever calls this... Nope. Where the hell did we do the stuff with the transactions? Oh, you know what? I think we wrote a helper for this. So we build a prepared statement, yada, 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 yada. Oh, no, then we just called step on it. Alright, well, whatever. We'll go that way for now. Oh, I guess we can build our own query out of this. All right, we can do that later, right? So what we can do is, we can build a subquery out of, as we're going through the tags, we can keep track of the tag names we've added. Oh no, this doesn't work. Fuck. Yeah, okay, hold on. This is not supposed to be, this has to just be tagged. But then you just can't, there's no reason to upsert here. There's no reason to upsert here. This is just always an insert. Otherwise, it shouldn't have happened. Yeah, okay. And all three columns have to be here. They all have to be unique. So a tag in Purple 3 parlance is a name colon value. That's the tag. Now the tag itself has a tag name of name and it has a value of value, but the tag itself is both of these together with a colon between them. And you can have something that has the same name and multiple values. So like the example we have is you have group 1, group 2, right? So so to put people in groups, which we don't actually have implemented the UI or anywhere else yet, the idea is that we're going to use the tags to do it. And people can be in multiple groups, so you tag them that way, right? So in that database query, if we just made the tag name part of the composite key, then we wouldn't get group 2, right? That the group stuff isn't necessary here, but it's the same concept, right? We wouldn't support that, right? So we have to use the entire tag of group colon group 1 as part of the primary key, which means you can't ever change it. You can only add or delete it, right? So we don't have to upsert it, is what I'm saying. All right. So we wrote this code like 3 years ago, which is why I do not remember it at all. We're just gonna make this statement. So statement equals. This probably returns a return code too, doesn't it? And we're not checking it. RC equals manager DB query null terminated. We're going to store this into statements. And then that's a free function, right? I think it is. Oh, to unuse ZSQL. We don't have any unused SQL, so that's fine. The point of doing that is so, like, if you have a bunch of statements coming at once, it'll parse a statement and then give you the next pointer, so you can just iterate through them in a loop. So, if RC is not equal to SQLite, okay. G warning, fail to compile. This should probably be a fatal. Did fatals crash the program? I don't remember. I think so, but we want this to fail fast. G fatal, failed to compile, prepared statements. There's this way to get the SQLite error. I don't know why we. Oh, yeah, it was right there. SQLite 3 error message. And then we are going to return out of here. Okay, so now we have our prepared statement. Sweet. I'm going to say for G list RL equals. We're going to do it that way. G list R tags equals null. Tags equals purple conversation get tags. Conversation. Tags. Tags is not equal to null. Tags equals tags next. That's car star tag equals tags data. Then we need to do SQLite 3 bind text. It's a statement, right? Statement, column name. These are 0 indexed, right? This one's weird because we like ditched the first column and we didn't kill it yet. 0, comma, the value, its length. So the first one here is the account ID. Negative 1, and then this is for its and purposes, it's SQLite setting. SQLite's not supposed to do anything with the memory. It is 0? Like, I think that's right, I'm just not positive. Or tag versions? What's the tag versions? I thought it was only question marks. If there's a way to do this without having to deal with the fucking numbers, I would like to do that. I just don't know if that there is one. Like, what's the colon tag syntax? Colon followed by an identifier name that holds a spot for name prefix with the name AA. Name prefixes are also numbered. The number assigned is one greater than the lowest parameter number already assigned. If this means okay, so how? Huh? Placeholder an expression for a value that is filled at runtime using bind family of CEC. Parameters can take several forms. So then in bind, wait, bind. Oh, and then I do bind name parameter. What? Yeah, Swills, exactly. I'm like, oh, this is a thing? Like, how do I use this? Right, so there's the colon. Where's it mentioned VVV? Represents a number literal, and V represents an alphanumeric identifier. The values of these parameters are also called host parameter names or SQL parameters. Can be set using bind routines defined here. The first argument to bind routine is always a pointer to the SQLite3 statement object. Is the index of the SQL parameter to be set. The leftmost SQL parameter has an index of 1 when the same name SQL parameters use more than one subsequent. All right, well, we're trying to use the named one if we can, but I don't see how you put the named one in here because all of these still have an int, right? See, the leftmost. Well, the same name SQL parameters use more than once. Second and subsequent occurrences have the same index as first occurrence. The index for name parameters can be looked up using. Oh, yeah, wait, bind parameter index. Oh, okay, I got you. So, okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I want because so the history adapter is broke. The design is bad, right? I'm the one that mostly designed it, and it's bad, right? We didn't. What we know now is different than what we knew years ago, and to just keep it compiling and running because it's too much work, and we don't want to necessarily ditch it right now. We've just been manually tweaking the queries and having to decrement numbers and stuff like that. And if we're using the names, then we just don't have to give a shit, right? All right, but anyway, so what we want to do is so we want to say bind text, but here this is going to become SQLite, where was it? Bind parameter, SQLite 3, bind parameter index. And then this takes a statement and the column name, right? So then we say statement, comma, this is going to be colon account ID, right? So here, instead of this, now I say colon account ID, right? That look right? I think that's okay. And then likewise, this will be conversation ID, and this will be tag. SQLite 3 bind text statement, comma. SQLite 3 bind parameter index statement, comma, conversation ID, -1, SQLite static. And this is a little bit annoying, but this is a way more easier to deal with and maintain long term. So this is 100% better. Like, look at this. Bind 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. That's old code. Yes, very much nicer. Thank you for pointing that out. Greatly appreciate it. Took a minute to get it figured out, but yeah, I think we're golden now. And it's funny how one little thing like that is just enough to do it, right? Alright, so we bound everything, and then we need to execute it by calling step. RC equals SQLite3 step, right? Statement. If RC is not equal SQLite, okay. G warning, fail to save tag, %s for conversation, %s. And we're just gonna ignore it and keep going. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, let me finish writing this, and then we'll come back and do that. Yeah. That's a good optimization. Like, normally I would kind of scoff at these kind of optimizations, but this is going to happen for every single conversation to the end of time. So, yes, this is something to optimize. Right, but if you're doing a one and done, who cares? Yeah. What was the thing? We were supposed to call, like, reset on it or something? Yeah. No, not SQLite reset. Was it SQLite reset? It might have been SQLite reset. You call step. All right, then you call reset, and then you go back, and then we call finalize. Okay. I guess we could say, do we want to micro optimize this? If tags next is not equal to null, then SQLite 3 reset statement. I guess it's not really a micro optimize. I mean, it kind of is, but it saves an extra thing. We don't put macros in our code. We try to avoid the macro stuff because it just, people struggle with reading it. Okay, yes, just a statement. Just pointed at the statement. Yep. So we have another tag, reset the statement. Right, and then here we SQLite 3 finalize statement. I think that's it then. That's not gonna fit right. Oh, it does fit. Okay. Okay, so we are gonna have int account column, or we can do column account. 0 int column conversation int column tag 0. It's tied to the database connection. So, like, well, I suppose. Let's make it work. Then we'll do that. But you're right. We could at startup compile all these and then go from there. Right. At startup of this thing, we should 100% compile all of these and then reuse them. Yeah, that's fine. Let's make it work. Then we'll optimize, right? So like, well, even here, would we want to do this part? This is like, We can always optimize later too, right? Like it doesn't have to be fully optimized and fully everything right away. Like, because remember, we're trying to get a release out in 19 days, and I want this feature working. It doesn't need to be working with every single cycle saved. It just needs to be working. And this is all hidden behind everything, so it's not gonna be the end of the world if it's not super optimized yet. We can go back and optimize it later. Call me Hans? I didn't say we're gonna pump you up. Did I? That'd be funny if I did. But I don't think I did. Or I'm completely missing your reference. Let's pump you up. Alright. So there's that optimization. But why am I Hans Gruber? The Hans that you do. Oh, every day doesn't know how to DB. Hey, I pinged my DB guy. He's not around. Like I don't end up doing much with databases often, right? Everything is all just fucking in memory and whatever. So it's okay. All right. I think we have enough to get a test run of this. Maybe we probably still have some compile errors. Oh yeah, look at all this stuff. Okay, so G Fatal's not a thing. Oh, it's G Critical. Okay, tags equals 132. Oh, right. I didn't make a variable for it. Oh, yeah, I did. That's not an S list, is it? Oh, purple tags. Oh, right. Hold on. How does this work again? Look at this. The spewage of things. Yeah, I wanted to look at that later. So get all gives me... Oh, okay, this is fine. I thought I was going to have to clear the tags, but I don't. So this equals purple tags, get all tags. This should be L. This needs to be L. And this needs to be L. This you have to yell at him. 113 new database connections to load the main dashboard on our customer-facing UI. Wow. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh, right. I don't have to tag variable anymore. Oh, data. That might yell. I might have to cast it. Yep. Lame. Lamer. Oh, that'll fit now, though. Just couldn't understand why it was taking 2 minutes to load the page. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Shit, we might want to save some of these, but that's probably fine. This is all the G setting stuff that we're not using anymore. How did I learn C? I learned C in the 90s when you had to. I don't know how to recommend people to learn C in the 2020s. If Def Zero, it's fine. Okay, so... Oh, right. Wait, no, we should have ran the migrations. What the hell? What the fuck? Our migrations did not work. There might have been more errors here. No such column tag name. Son of a bitch. Yep, look at that. Okay, we're gonna have to look at what that failed there, but okay. But we apparently have the schema now. Yep, okay, cool. The schema loaded. Oh, we got some of them, but not all of them. What the hell? But yeah, that the name parameter thing, that is very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Alright, so I think we're gonna need to do... Oh! These are gonna fail because they already exist. Yeah, okay. We want to do on conflict ignore, right? I think that's what we want to do. I think that's all it needs to be. Yeah. When an applicable constraint violation occurs, ignore resolution algorithm skips the one row that contains the constraint violation, continues processing subsequent rows of the SQL statement as if nothing went wrong. Other rows before or after the row containing the constraint violation are inserted or updated normally. No errors returned for uniqueness, not null, unique, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's fine. For the name tags over the question mark, although I do use question mark format. Yeah, that I can totally see, right? But some, especially in code like the Pidgin code base, which historically has been not easy to grok, right? Having name parameters like that, it makes everything so much easier, right? Near ignore. On conflict ignores. Then I don't want it. What's wrong with my statement here? Well, I'm like, look at this too, right? Like, so instead of numbers like we have in the other ones, column account, column conversation, column tag, right? Although maybe if we want to get real pedantic, which we should just name them column, right? So one of the other things we started doing in the Pidgin code base is like short variable names, like one character variable names and stuff. Those should only be used like as like iterated variables and stuff like that, right? Anything else, like it's 2024. People are getting petabytes in their NASA, in their home NASAs, or you know, fractional petabytes. Like, it's fine. Like my home NAS has yeah, aux. What the fuck is that? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so like, naming it column tag, column conversation. Yeah, cool, right? Awesome. Like, thank you so much. That is great. That said, this is making me wonder if we want to make a purple SQLite statement object or something. I don't necessarily want to do that, but we'll see. Because otherwise we're going to have a bunch of these that have column variables that we're going to need to keep stored with them and stuff like that, right? And that would be annoying and suck. So we'll see. But I don't understand what's the problem here. Why is there a syntax error around ignore? Near ignore. Am I missing a space or something? Like this should be fine, right? Down the rabbit hole on which one? Application contains no errors returned for uniqueness, not known, whatever. Show me ignore and why it's not working right. Oh. Can I just do this in the thing? Like when I create the table, can I just say... Like, will that work? Oh, yeah, so the prepared statement is still broken, but did this work? Maybe not. I mean, it definitely took that there. Okay, hold on. No, it could have stayed in there. It's fine. Let's fix my query here to get rid of this. Alright, we need to get the error in there so we can see that. What is this? SQLite 3 error message. No more rows of what? This is probably not SQLite okay. What is 101? Done. Actually, is that what that's supposed to return? Home. Let's go back to that. SQLite 3 prepared statement. What have you never tried? Which way? Oh no, we wanted step, not this. Details. Busy means the database engine was unable to acquire the database locks it needs to do its job. If the statement is a commit or occurs outside an explicit transaction, then you can retry the statement. If the statement is commit and occurs, blah, blah, blah. Done means that the statement is finished executing successfully. Step cannot be called again on this virtual machine without first calling SQL A3 reset to reset the virtual machine back to its initial state. Okay, that's what we want. Oh, the on-conflict on the table create. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm hoping that does the trick for us here. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we want. We want to have done. That looks okay. I think that's right. I don't know what I'm actually all supposed to have in here. But yeah, so this bug is still here, still present. That's okay. For whatever reason, IRC conversations are getting created with the tag of an empty type and then a normal type. I don't know why. We got to go figure that out, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so that looks good. Okay, let's quit and reopen and make sure we don't get any errors again. Yeah, look at that. Sweet. Oh, and that's awesome, right? That's exactly what we wanted to do. That's now it's much easier. The queries are easy to understand. Yeah. Okay, so likewise, we're going to do the same thing on conversation members. Oh no, this is going to be different. Can I can't like set up an upsert and a table create, can I? That would be crazy. If I could, right? So like, could I say like something like on conflict, update, set, nickname equals, no, that wouldn't matter anyways. Yeah, no. Set nickname equals, what is it, deferred? What do you got? Like, my issue with not using upserts is it's 2 round trips to the database, right? So, like, where you can just give it the upsert and then you're good to go. Right? That's what I like about upserts. Funks a lot. The question is, can I do that in a table create, though? And it looks like yes? Question mark? Oh, it's excluded. Excluded. Upserts are way heavier on the TV than just 2 hits to the table with an update, then insert or an insert, then update. Really? An implicit trigger call? Okay, I can see that. Either way, I'm still going to do it. Ready? Ready for what? Oh, am I drinking water? I only got about 6 ounces or so. I do have to pee already, though, so. And it's gone. Okay. And I also have to swap my water cooler. Like, whatever. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter for me. Yeah. Tell them to get a faster CPU? Yeah, you scrubs. I have 10,000. Yeah, yeah. I will have 1 thread hammering this table because we are single threaded. All right, yeah, and then this one is ignored as well. Let's do this. And I will send this to my database guy too when we get closer to having it finished and be like, hey, so what are your thoughts on this? Now, if we can do that all here, we're gonna do this all here too. Yeah, I said transactions earlier, didn't I? I think I did. Like, we haven't started it yet, but we're getting there. Like, hold your horses. You got a RAM stick for your laptop because you're pushing the limits of it? Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, you might not have been here yet. Make it work, optimize, and then amateur, right? I don't know, right? make it last longer then. On conflict, update, set. Yeah, let's do it that way. This feels like this isn't gonna work. Like I'm missing something here. But right, like how do I end this in the table create? Oh, hi Floombort. We were just talking about you. So I will just message this to you. This is our current work here. I was gonna ping you earlier to let you know I was gonna be working on this tonight, but I'm like, he's probably busy with other stuff. But yeah. Well, somebody here just said it would work, and we can do on conflict ignore. We already proved this. This works fine. Do we need tests for this? Maybe. But the problem is I don't want to write to a database file in the unit test. I would want to use in memory. But the problem is I'm not going to have access to the database handle in the unit test, so I can't exactly test that yet. So we're going to have to figure that out. It 1000% works, man. Because here's my statement, and we can rerun all day, and it just does the right thing, right? So here, wait. Delete from conversation tags where conversation ID equals 192.168.1.122. Okay. So wait, that did not delete them. Why'd you not delete, man? Oh, no. 192.168.1. Oh, wait, why did it say 2.2.2? Right, okay, no, I'm dumb. Okay, right, those are gone. Now they're back. No warnings about duplicates or nothing. Yeah, this is only going to be SQLite. So we can get away with it. Now, if we can do the upsert as part of this, that's super cool too. Because there's a lot of shit to set here. Right? Age restricted equals, what is it? Excluded. Alias equals excluded dot alias created on equals excluded dot created on creator ID. If you can't do it on the primary key, you might have two different types of inserts to the table, one which you want to update, one which you want to ignore. We are specifically serializing conversations here. That we are only ever going to be writing the data in one way, and we are only ever going to be reading the data at startup. Yeah. This is all hidden inside of a manager inside libpurple. Like this will not be like I mentioned, writing a unit test for this is going to be hard because I'm not going to expose the database. Thank you, Paulie. Writing the same word twice is hard. Description, drafting. You know, hold on. I've got a better way to do this. Oh, I can't get all of them. Actually, I'll undo. Oh, I got too many of them. Fine. No, ID. Dude, how do we put this? Okay, we use ID. Okay, okay. ID is already used, and account ID is already used. Yep. Yep. Oh, I want. All right. I only have to type it once. There we go, much better. Yeah, once you get the hang of multi-line, it is amazing, as you can see. Well, I just have ChatGPT do it for me. Yeah. I don't need no stinking ChatGPT. Alright, let's make sure this crate's fine. Ooh, that did not create fine. I had a feeling it might not. Where was the start? Near update. Okay, so apparently you can't do on conflict update in here, which sucks. But that's okay. So it looks like, yeah. Let's look at the table create. SQLite 3 table create. If not exist, there is. Oh, it's probably. We need to look at the table constraint. So we've got primary key, index column, conflict clause. And the conflict clause should be able to say... Oh, wait, what? There's no update here. Which is okay, but, huh? Is replace what we want? Like, it looks like that's what we want. Okay, my bad. So bunks a lot. What do you mean? Where what logic? Oh, table constraint. Like, this is not a link though. Oh, wait, lane conflict. Okay, wait. Then replace. When a unique or primary key constraint violation occurs, replace algorithm deletes pre-existing rows that are causing the constraint violation prior to inserting or updating the current row. And the command continues executing normally. If a not null constraint, we don't want that. We don't want it to delete anything. Yeah, that's what it looks like. When the replace conflict resolution strategy deletes rows in order to satisfy a constraint, delete triggers fire if and only if the recursive triggers are enabled. Okay, so this doesn't work. That's fine, right? It's annoying, but that's fine, right? No. Do trailing commas work here? I don't know if they do. Oh, it would get weird here anyway. Oh, this doesn't exist either. So whenever anything changes in a conversation, I need to store it. So the reasoning for this, to go back a second. I'm trying to. Okay, I didn't mean to. Sorry. So when most chat clients that are not tied to a server, right, a cloud-based server, when you join them, they don't remember your conversations that you had open last time you were there, right? So think of any IRC client you've ever used, Pidgin 2, Hex Chat. I don't even think Atom or Adium does it, right? But whenever you're online and you get disconnected from account, you still have all your conversations open, right? Whereas modern stuff like Discord will say, hey, we're offline. They won't show you anything because they're stupid, but whatever. So what I'm trying to do is I want to serialize and save as much state about the conversations as possible, because number one, we need to be able to restore what conversations you had open when you close the program, because we want them to come back up. And number two, that'll give you a better experience of like, hey, you just got disconnected. Everything's still here. It might not be online yet, but you can see everything that was here, and you can go through, look at your history, maybe draft a message, something like that, right? So we need to store all the parameters about the conversations, all the people that are in them, and etc. Right? So this is very, very write heavy, but we only actually ever read it at startup. I don't give a shit about the history of the settings. I just need to know what the settings are, so that if Pidgin crashes and you reopen it, it restores as much of it as possible. Then as the accounts come online, the protocol or the protocol for the account will refresh and update the conversations to be whatever is the current state of things, which will then, of course, trigger the database to update to then have the current state of things, right? So I give no shits about the history. I only care about the current state that we know. That makes sense? First of all, if you have no reason to believe that the values considered were somehow invalid or few, but yeah, no, I don't think it replaces what we want. That said, if we can't do this on all of these, we'll just get rid of these. This is just fine, right? And then this will be more other SQL like. But like, I mean, it can work. but there's no set here. Wait, or is there a set? You get an insert that has a conflict. You trust a new insert over. Yeah, it seems excessive, maybe. It seems like we should just be able to do like an upsert. But if the idea is we just have to do conflict replace, like if this will just replace everything with whatever the insert was, that's fine. Realizing the new insert knowing that, yeah, well, it will have all the totality of everything. It just seems like we're going to update columns that aren't going to change often, right? Like, well, ID can't change. It's part of the primary key. But, like, is the conversation federated? That's only a true or false. But, yeah. Okay, so replace on the ones that we have to get rid of, and then the ones that don't have. So the reason, actually, I suppose all these can just be replaced, right? Yeah. Although effectively this is the same as ignore, because all of the columns are in the primary key. So if there's a conflict, nothing's gonna change. Yeah. Okay. Right. And now with this setup, now I can just do inserts all day and it'll be fine. All right, so you think we should do ignore? Like, we can do ignore. That's fine. For the ones that we can ignore. Right, but that's specifically because all of the columns are in the primary key. This one is not, though, right? Because nickname is not part of it. Right, exactly. And that's the thing, too, is... Actually, probably just throwing that away and starting over. Actually, well, so here comes the next problem. You can see tags as a many-to-many table, right? So the conversation is primary keyed on the account ID. Let's rename this. Everything else calls it a conversation ID, so let's make it a conversation ID. A bunch of these are many-to-many tables, but specifically, well, members too. I need to figure out who to delete from the database. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I was going to do upserts, because like I just only want, like, I have the data, go. Right? This is the data that is correct, go. Go through a partial update if I want. So my thought was I could possibly build a table of what I was modifying or what I was adding and then use those as a subquery, but that could get expensive with a member list that's really large. So I don't know. We can figure that out later. Right now, let's keep chugging along here. So yeah. Also, SWK pointed out the named parameters, which, oh my God, this code is so much better. Now we have to decide though, do we want to so we should, instead of every time we go to save the tags or save a conversation, we should be reusing the prepared statement. So we need to store that stuff up here. And then we need to make it work this way, and then it'll be okay. It's going to be a little weird, but it'll be okay. This is what data type? SQLite 3 statement. What the hell did I just paste? Where am I don't know what happened. All right, star. We're going to call this conversation tag statement. Right, and then we're going to have int conversation tag column account. Nope. conversation tag. Simpler than what I just said. You can just do an insert on conflict ignore. And then ask how many rows it just inserted, then the answer will be 1 or 0. If 0, you know to follow up with your update of just a comp. Wait, what? No, I think you're misunderstanding. So a conversation can have tags, right? So we'll say foo, bar, baz, quux, whatever, right? So these are all going to get stored to the database, and then the baz one gets deleted. So now I have these, right? So, baz gets deleted. So now I need to I don't actually have to update the database because these are going to get ignored, but I need to figure out if it wasn't ignored, and I don't want to insert baz. I can't insert baz because I don't know it exists anymore. Does that make sense? Right. So I'm going to go through my tags that I have are these, but I need to know that this needs to go away. The original option I was going to do, no, so like this shouldn't be that hard. Okay, so in the database, right? So this is whatever, row 1, row 2, row 3, but baz gets deleted from conversation XYZ, right? So then now save it, right? So then I need to make sure that these tags are still here, but I don't, like this tag got deleted, baz got deleted. I don't, me in Pidgin land doesn't know that that tag exists in the database, and I need to tell the database to delete it. So my first instinct, which is sloppy and gross, is to just delete all of them, all the tags for that conversation, and then I only add the new ones. But that sucks, right? Does that make more sense? Like, I get told something got deleted, but I don't know what it is, and I have to sync the database. So either way, I got plenty of other stuff I can do in the meantime, so it's not a big deal. All right, we should probably make this ineditable, but it's okay. We'll get there. All right, we don't care about class init, but what we do care about is the init method. Where the hell's the init method? There it is. Why is this way up here? This is usually right next to class init. All right. Ugh. I like the info. Yeah, I don't know what tag got deleted. Right. Correct. Right. So then I have to sync the database based off of what I know exists, and somehow get rid of the stuff that I don't know got deleted. Like, I suppose I could query the database for the list of all of them, and then compare that to my list, and then delete what's out of there. There's a bunch of different ways I can do it. I just don't know which way would be better. Right? Just delete and reinsert. Your SQLite database is going to have hotspots around the active conversations. Will be pinned to memory. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I figured, right? It seems like that'll be fine, but we'll see. And if I wrap the whole thing in a transaction, we should be fine too. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, hopefully I'll cache. It's not like we're an Electron app or anything, so we got that going for us, right? I don't have the database connection yet. I can't do this here. All right, that's fine. I can't do it here, but we can do it this way. Lose the glasses. How long do we do this? 5 minutes, I think? We haven't done this one in a long time. Is that what the thing says? I don't remember. There's a thing that says how long it's supposed to be. Lose the glasses. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. Alright. 5-minute timer. Go. There we go. Alright, cool. I haven't done this in a long time. Good thing the font's big. Conversation manager. Setup database. Sure. No. Initialize database. Let's go with that. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just take all this here. It's better software now. When it comes to database stuff, do the logically correct thing according to the business rules, even if it seems slow. Okay. It's only been a minute. Why do I have this as a channel point redemption? Alright, so we're going to run the migrations. Set up our prepared statements. Yeah, this is true. Like, I could go on break. I did lose the glasses. The problem is the Twitch font is like 12 point, and it's on my monitor above this one, and this is like 24 point. So this is pretty readable. But Twitch, I gotta do one of these. 3 minutes. Yeah. All right. All right. So now we can set up our prepared statements. So, I'm gonna do it this way. Const car star query equals null, and then we're gonna say query equals this. I know Floomboard doesn't like this format either. He would prefer if the spaces was at the beginning of the line, which I can really go either way. I'm not super into either one. This works a little bit this way because you get the indentation part of it, right? Stop. RC equals SQLite 3 prepare v2. Be consistent with your stuff. Yeah, we don't have a consistency rule for like continuation strings. Well, kind of, but yeah. Oh, let's do it this way. I prefer this way myself. Why? I don't know, but it's just the way it's been. Manager DB. We did name it DB, I think, right? Yeah, query. Instead of ampersand statement, this now becomes ampersand manager. What did I call it? It's a conversation tag statement. I know it's misnamed up here. I gotta fix it. Okay. Right, and then we're gonna do this crap. Oh, if RC is not equal to SQLite, okay. G warning or G critical. Failed to compile prepared statement or conversation tags. Manager. TV. Turn. Then let's do that. Sublime Text is really struggling with this. Oh, thanks for not beeping. It's been more than 5 minutes. Ugh. Fuck. Now I have to readjust the glasses. Alright, there we go. Alright, manager, conversation tags, column, conversation equals this. Manager, conversation tag, column tag equals this. Oh. Okay. Yep. So the world really looks, yes. Yeah. Alright, so we get rid of this and that. These go away. No, we don't have to do this anymore. Manager, tag statement. Manager, tags, column account. That's it. Not technically. Okay, that's fine. Conversation tag statement. Come on. Column conversation. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a little bit more consistent. All right, so you got the statement, then the column, and then you've got the data to go into it and all that crap. So then we just always reset, and we do not finalize. Right, and then in finalize, okay. Welcome back, just in time for us to test. Or not. 125. Oh, yep. I suppose we could put this in a variable. Maybe. Let's make sure it works, then we'll optimize. 120. Failed to save, not an error. So schema came through. We did not get a single tag. But we said we failed to save it with not an error. So what did we get for return code? 21. Library used incorrectly. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's make sure we don't do that again. I was like, what a shitty error message. Oh, wait. Yeah, I fucked up. Like, it was all me. Alright, that looks good. Yeah, they're in different orders and stuff, but whatever, it's fine, we don't care. Yeah, we got banned from my IRC server because I'm connecting too often. That's fine. Okay. So we are a lot more optimized. We're actually using prepared statements in a much better fashion now. That is good. What were we? Oh, we needed to do the delete from here, but we also needed to start a transaction. So what we're going to do for this whole thing is we're going to make the whole thing a transaction. Right, so we have this method right here that gets us started. How did we do this previously? It was something like SQLite3 execute or something, I think. Is it just exec? Because we just want to begin a transaction around all of this and then commit it at the end or not, right? Because it's the conversation. It has one state. We want to either write that entire state or it failed, right? Right, it's just begin for a transaction, right? It's about a minute. Just begin and commit, yeah. Or do I need transaction? Or is it just begin? Flumbort, you're on. I think this is right. But we will see. No. Oh, we do want okay, begin transaction. Okay. No callback. Comma. No argument to callback. And is it safe to ignore error checking on a transaction? Yeah, so, okay, so I shouldn't have to check the error message either, right? Or the error code, return code. Like, that should be enough in theory. Shouldn't be needed. Okay. Like, I thought I ran into something with one of our prod Postgres's that, like, we ran out of transactions, available transactions or something, but that's, like, a super edge case. All right, so before we do all this, we want to delete the existing tags as we don't have another option, another way to know what tags need to be deleted. Tags on conversations are going to change rarely anyways. So this shouldn't be well, whatever. There's not going to be a ton of them. Right, so we should also be able to do SQLite 3 exec manager database. Oh, this should be a prepared statement though. when and never end the transactions, nobody else can ever see the changes. Yeah. So specifically, right, the way this is going to work, or the way this works is, we have a method called save conversation, right? So whenever a new conversation comes in, or when it gets updated, I haven't done the update part yet, but right when it gets added to the manager, we call save conversation, and we're going to begin that transaction and then commit it once we're done, right? So like we stubbed this out for now, but this is the one we're working on because it's easier. And then we should be good. But in theory, I should have a start procedure for deleting tags. Right? Statement, star conversation, tags, delete statement. And this should become inserts. Alright, now we gotta deal with that, but that's okay. And I'm realizing the name, I didn't get the namespace right. Because who would want to get that right? This should be insert statement column. Okay. Right, the namespace being this. Why is this not matching that part? Okay, it is. I'm just dumb. Yeah, okay, good. What? No, go back. Oh, I missed the statement part. Okay. Yeah, it's the variable names are stupid long. What are you gonna do? Actually, I suppose we can get rid of the conversation part off of this. We don't need to do that. Well, no, we do need to do this because we have member tags too, which is dumb, but that is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. I gotta pee. I gotta get water. And so we will be right back. Alright, welcome back. Time is it? Fuck, it's already 10 o'clock. Okay. Trying to not be on all night, but I want to get through as much of this as freaking possible. Slater, what are you doing, mister? Ah, water. So good. Alright. So we gotta do the same thing for the delete statement. Set up our conversation tags insert statement. Delete statement. Delete from conversation tags where account ID equals account ID and conversation ID equals conversation ID. Okay. Prep v2 manager db query -1 manager delete. That's hopeful. Oop. Okay. RC is not equal to SQLite 3. Okay. Failed to compile prepared statement for inserting conversation tags. Okay, then manager conversation tags delete column count equals SQLite 3 bind parameter index manager db comma colon account ID. What's the 1 equals 1 thing for again? I know there's a thing about it, and Floomboards yelled at me for it, or told me to include it before. And I don't recall what it was for. Or is it like a debug thing or something? Oh, gotcha. I've seen it somewhere though, but yeah. Or maybe that's where it was for. Maybe that was the joke. And maybe I was dumb at the time. I don't remember. It could be any of these things. Tag a 0 to n and clauses. Gotcha. Okay. Or, you know, true, or make something true so you delete everything. It takes a little time when they try to build the query. Okay, gotcha. Like, I know I've seen it somewhere. But I'm like, it's not clicking where. Grammatically generating the clause. Yeah. All right, so now we're here. Delete the existing tag. So we say SQLite 3 bind text manager conversation delete statement, comma manager conversation tags delete column account, comma account ID, comma -1, comma SQLite 3 static. SQLite 3 bind text manager delete statement, comma Manager, conversation, delete, conversation. Conversation, ID, -1, SQLite 3, static. RC equals SQLite 3, step. Manager, conversation tags, delete statement. If RC is not equal to SQLite. Done. Then insert n rows. You can make a SQL statement that takes n values, but you prepare statements. And it's on localhost. So now, yep. Yeah, maybe that's where I saw with the ORMs. Delete tags. Conversation. Should we break at this point? Oh, I can just roll back here, right? Oh, but that's gonna get shitty because I don't know that the. How does this work, right? So, wherever the hell it is, we started the transaction here, right? So if this guy aborts, and I call this that tries to do more queries, what happens? Right, like, is it gonna just keep processing until it sees my commit, or like I should be air checking out of this and then not trying this, right? And then likewise, I shouldn't be doing a commit after it's aborted, because then I'm gonna get no transaction. Oh, this is getting stupid. Yeah, I'm realizing that. I'm just like, fuck. So we're gonna start with a Boolean right now. Turn false. G Boolean. Failed equals false. No, we don't do anything failed. I was gonna name it continue, but I can't do that. Okay, that's a little better. We really could use some objects around this shit. Yes, I understand. That's fine. And I want that to not be an error, right? It shouldn't be an error. For like this to fail, I'm expecting it to do something like something super crazy is happening, right? That's what I'm expecting. Just use truncate. Maybe not. Okay, so we have to reset our jerk though. Use drop tables for bulk deletes a lot? Alright. If it works for you. Oh, right. We didn't do that on the first one here. Is it not DB? The hell is the thing? Do we name it database? Oh, it's DB. What the hell's your problem? 130. Oh, it's a statement. Fuck. Really thinking an object to make these prepared statements work would be better, but I'm not trying to build a fucking ORM right now. And not that it needs to be an ORM, but you know, something better than this setup. I mean, the macros aren't gonna. How is the macro gonna help here? I've got a billion things I gotta do with getting the names out of here and shit like that. Like maybe I shorten the names, maybe. That seems like not worth the effort. Char with no value, 658. Well, that's a fuck up somewhere else. Lovely. Why's all this changed? I don't. What the fuck changed here? Yeah, that's all deleted. That's fine. Why does the gutter think all this code changed? This is what all the variant shit was. But, what? I think the gutter is confused. Nope, what the fuck? Like, this code didn't change. Alright, well, whatever. The gutter is confused. Lovely. What the hell was I looking for? Oh, right. Return with no value, 658. Which was somewhere up here. I've got an extra bracket or something. There's one that I thought I would, like, I'm like, if I don't do this right, I'm going to mess it up. And then I thought I did it right. But now we're broke. That was right here. No, it was not right here. Oh, shit. Thank you. Right, I changed the types. Fuck. I don't know how you figured that out, but thank you. It is greatly appreciated. And I guess I should have read the error message more, because I apparently missed it. $240. It can be, but we didn't do it yet. We more or less need the booleans just to control whether or not to manage the transaction right. This name is ridiculous. I don't. What did I grab? Tags, insert, statement, column, conversation. Oh, it's exact, not execute. 249. I don't want to build the whole thing. That's fine. Really, no glasses gets harder. Yes, it does. That is very true. Sorry, just saw it now. SQL can also, yeah, like the problem's not can the database be in memory. The problem is the database is a private member of the struct of the instance, right? So how do I validate that it worked? Right? A very deck vax like, really? Oh, I have to run. Failed to delete text for conversation. Not null constraint failed? What? Oh, hold on. Yep. See, you're all like, oh, you shouldn't need to check it. And yep. Apparently, I fucked it up already. Oh, no, we have account ID. What the fuck? It's very verbose like that for commands? Really? Okay, didn't know that. That's fine because of that. Failed to delete tags for conversation testing. Not null constraint failed. Conversation tags account ID. Account ID shouldn't ever be null, so what the fuck happened here? Is there a way to get SQLite to echo? I think the answer is already no. Or to get like a statement out of a prepared statement. I don't think there's a way to do that. To get the full SQL out of it. Failed to delete tags for conversation. Blah. Not null constraint failed. Conversation tag. That doesn't even make sense. Oh. Because I'm a dumbass, and this says insert, not delete. Okay, that's the ban. That's fine. So now over here. Okay, that looks good. Let's verify. Okay. Yay! Oh. What do we change that? Oh. Oh, right. Okay. Here. I have to fix that too. Data makes a build. That needs to go away. Do a whole build. So we've got the first step done, right? What we're trying to do here is we're not trying to do the whole serialization, deserialization. We're just trying to do serialization right now. So we proved out a lot of it. We fixed a lot of issues. We did a lot of stuff, right? So the next part is going to be maybe the members will be easy first. Or yeah, if we do the member tags and the members, well, whatever. We can just do the conversation itself. The conversation itself won't be hard. It's tedious. It's got a billion variables too, is the problem. So that's going to be the real annoying part. And like all this stuff floating around, but yep. Equal 3 statement. Or conversation, insert statement. And conversation, insert statement, column, lots of columns. Oh. Count ID. Oh, there's something like, I don't know, this many. This is why this is going to get real tedious real quick. And I'm like, oh, maybe we should have made a class for this. Also, we're going to have to convert stuff to ISO 8601 and stuff, which isn't the end of the world, but we have to do it. Creator, description, drafting, and once we get done with this one, it'll be much faster. Error domain, error code, error message. Favorite federated. Federated logging. Name. Needs attention. Title. I wasn't kidding when I said there's a ton of these. Topic. Topic author. Topic updated. On, right? Or which is topic updated, okay. Do we really name this created on, or is it create? Whatever, we'll leave it that way. I'm sure I copied it from the thing. Topic updated, type, user, nickname. I was off by 1. That's hilarious. I just spammed it. All right. Yeah, we don't have to do a delete conversation thing because that's not a thing. We are gonna have to do the same thing with members. I don't think we're gonna delete member tags. because that would be silly. We'll hold on to member tags until, I don't know. Maybe at some point we'll put like a last scene, or maybe there's a last scene tag on a conversation member, right? That makes sense to have anyways. And then from there we can use that to prune old ones. But like on IRC, somebody could disappear for 10 years and come back, right? And your alias should still work. Right. So all this stuff that we're doing might seem crazy right now, but this is all the enable features to like allow you to add aliases for people that aren't on your contact list and stuff like that, right? Like we have to store all this stuff. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. So yeah. Set up the conversation insert statement. Give me all that here. Set us up or the bombs. Because all your base are belong to Pidgin. Alright. This query is gonna suck. Query equals insert into conversation. Wait, do we make it conversations or conversation? Conversations. Conversations. Blarg. Okay, yeah, we did that way. Conversations. Account ID, comma, colon, age restricted, comma, colon, alias, comma, colon, conversation ID, comma, oh, this should be, indented somehow. Should we do it this way? This feels a little weird, but okay. Conversation ID created on, comma, oh shit. Created on creator ID, right? Yep. Creator ID description, drafting, error domain, error code, error message, comma, favorite federated logging, name, needs attention, title, I think, topic, author ID, comma, topic, updated, type, user, nickname. Values. Actually, why don't we do this? This will make this a little bit easier to deal with. Oh, it's fine then. Dang it. Oh. Okay. Values. Count ID, comma, age restricted, alias, conversation ID, Created on, comma, creator ID, comma, description, comma, drafting, comma, error domain. Like, I want these to match, but we might come back and do that. Error domain, error code, error message, comma, favorite, federated, logging, name, needs attention, title, topic, author, ID, topic updated, type, user, nickname. Okay. Let's make these actually match though. So then we stop at drafting. Bring this over. We stopped at favorite. Logging name. Needs attention. Title. Okay. Oh, this way that everything matches up. They're good to go. All right. So we got the query. We prepare the query. Or inserting conversations. Okay. Yeah. Too far. Damn it. I don't remember how to go back with the multi-cursor select. I should probably learn it at some point. Yeah, I think I'm good, Flimbort. Thanks for your help. Have a good night. Bind parameter index db, comma. Oh, nope. Not db. Account ID. Oh, yeah, account ID. Age restricted. Alias. Conversation. What are you head desking? Me not using macros? Jump core functionality that's been around for 15 years and replaced for something new. Think about leaving a compatibility layer. You know, you say that, but we're in the same boat, but we're doing a new client, so we don't care. But yeah, compatibility layer is helpful. At some point, we'll probably do something for lib purple or for purple 2 stuff, but right now we give no fucks. We're not at a final release, so we give no fucks. Just, sorry. Like, you want a compatibility layer? Come help. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Between 12.2 and 12.3, go for... Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that should definitely have a compatibility layer. That's otherwise that's just an API/API break. What's going from 12.2 to 12.3? At first I was thinking that was BSD, but they're at 13? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, so we compile. We didn't actually write the query though, so we have to do that part yet. Man, all these metal developers, where'd they all come from? Oh, all right. This is where the fun comes, everyone. Oh. Counts our count equals null. Counts car star count ID equals null. We're gonna start here. SQLite 3 reset manager comp inserts. All right. SQLite 3 bind text manager conversation insert statement comma manager conversation insert statement column count comma account ID -1 SQLite static. Boom. RC equals SQLite 3 step manager conversation insert statements. And this is supposed to be, if it's not done, then we care. Oh, oh, I'm not importing the translation. There are non-metalhead developers. Yes, there are developers other than lead ones. There are newbie ones and bamboo ones and grass developers, greenfield developers. Like the place with the software uses a scripting language or configs. They killed the common function because lol, it could have been wrapped to be compat. Does this software kind of sound like a Culture Club song? Close. Is it? I think it's supposed to be a Hawaiian word. What's the other? Okay, so it's not Kamailio. What's the other one? I don't know the other one. Open Sips? What Culture Club song is Open Sips? I just need like a list, man. Okay. So, like, if you remember my ClueCon talk, it was on a thing called Karna. And we named it Karna because it was for Kamailio, so it sounded like Karna Kamailio, which sounds like Karma Chameleon, if you say it right. No, I don't know the Open Sips Kamailio story. Apparently not. I might have heard it, but it doesn't ring a bell right now. Open Sips used to be Open Sir. Okay, I think I know that part. Lead devs of the two projects were the co-lead devs of Open Sir. They couldn't get along and split? Okay. So one does Kamailio and the other does Open Sips. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yep, that'll happen. That will happen. All right. We should probably set the conversation ID. I don't want to do all the other fields yet. I just want to see it get created with the important parts for the primary key. Bind text, manager, conversation, insert statement. And then we'll go through and get all the other bullshit. It's going to take a while, right? Column. No. I've got... Conversation, insert statement, conversation. Okay. Conversation ID -1 SQLite static. Okay. That should be enough to get that in here. They're both good guys. They just couldn't get along with each other. Yeah. No, I totally get it, right? Like, different folks do things in different ways, and, you know, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with either of them, but sometimes it just drives you fucking nuts. Your answer is always use the one you're most comfortable with. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's generally the answer anyways. Right? Use whichever one gives you the warm fuzzies. Doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah! Look at all them fields we have to populate. Yeah, I mean, sometimes tools are just garbage too, but yeah. What? Sure you can. You said web... Dude, people run web scale businesses on MongoDB. They'll be fine with SQLite. At least SQLite won't randomly delete your data. Right? Alright, SQLite 3, bind. What is the bool? I don't remember. It will? Oh, okay. Top profitable online services run SQLite? Yeah. I mean, Fossil runs on SQLite. Monotone ran on SQLite. I guess we just want bind int. What is the second field? I really hate the way these docs work. Oh, the index of the parameter. Okay, yeah. So SQL bind int manager conversation insert statement comma. Wait. Oh yeah, the second, and then it's the value. Okay. Manager conversation insert statement column age restricted comma purple conversation get age restricted. Okay. We should get nulls on all these now. Yay! We are running 1,000 nodes on shared SQL. Yeah, that's true. How many businesses run everything on Docker? Does that make it right? Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, we're just joking. It's fine. SQLite docs, and they did something with this internal VM. Okay. I think everything else is text. The timestamps are going to be the shitty ones, but that's okay. All right. So what the fuck is next? Yeah, we're gonna look at schema. So we got to count age restricted alias. SQLite 3 bind text manager comp insert statement manager conversation insert statement column alias comma purple conversation get alias conversation -1 SQLite static. Next. What the hell is my suckwell? Oh, Emmett. Got it. Yeah, yeah. Created on. Lovely. We're to a timestamp already. The one who was supposed to be the open one. Yes. And they turned their back. Car star created on equals null. We also, we should be able to do this. G date time star, date time is null. Date time equals purple conversation get, created something. Where are my docs? I'm a conversation member, not conversation itself. Get created on. And that returns to GDate time. Cool. Get created on. Conversation. If SQLite is greater than not in Postgres? Yes. All right, so if date time is not equal to null, then we did make this a nullable field, right? You missed the not, yeah. It's okay. We all make mistakes. It's fine. So then we need to say yeah, we can do it this way. This is silly, but it will work just fine. So we're gonna say created on equals G date time format ISO 8601, I think. Yep. Format ISO 8601 date time, and then say SQLite 3 bind text manager conversation insert statement manager conversation insert statement column created on comma created on -1